Hello, hello. How's everybody's Tuesday? We're going to try this again and see if we can actually get everything to stay up and running this time because, let's face it, we all saw the mess that we had over on Ed's World last night, and there's every reason to believe that it's not going to stay up and running right now. But Spectrum did reach out to me today. I was very impressed. They want to come over and do an analysis. They did some virtual testing while I was over at work, and they didn't find anything wrong, but they actually want to come over and analyze the system, considering the fact, of course, that everything between the laptop and the wall is new. So, oh, COVID cough. People used to say smoker's cough every time I would clear my throat or something, but now it's COVID cough. And yes, I did smoke forever, so there is an entire chance that it is just the cigarettes and, of course, all the nasty fatty stuff that came off the McDonald's that I had for dinner. One of the drivers I work with every day said that he was looking forward to getting some McDonald's at some point. I'm like, you know what? It's been a while since I've had some too. I'll destroy my body for one night. You always feel good after you eat it, and then like hours after, it's like, oh, what the fuck did I do this? But I'm gonna leave the music up while I'm setting the game up. Maybe it won't trip the algorithm, but it probably will. Looks like we've got Wyatt from Roundtable Decision is in, and proud of the fact that he's first out here. We'll see if anybody else rolls in. I'm kind of looking forward to doing more of this DLC. I went back while I was waiting for some stuff to process. I was playing a little bit yesterday, and just on a whim, I made a new character, and I decided to see if I could actually play this DLC right from level 1. So I went through and I did the Sunny Smiles missions, and then I went right over to the Canyon Wreckage, because it's right there, right from the beginning of the game, so Yeah, this is probably going to trip. So, if it's going to, I think it's time for us to kill the music and get on into this. Possibly kill a couple other things before. No, yeah, I do want to kill Discord first because that will take up the rest of everything else that I've got going here. Alright, so Discord is down, everything else is sitting up here, and I think it's time for us to go. Oh crap, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put my globe back up. Should I do it now? No, I'm not going to do it now. We're just going to go with it. One day I want to put that back up there, though. Alright, let's get the chat up here. Let's get the performance monitor up here to see when my CPU pegs. And let's play some video games. You know what's funny? They always said that you should always check and see if you actually know anybody who's got the COVID or is being tested for it. Because Semper Reloaded the other day was when we were on the charity stream. He was saying that nobody actually knows anybody that's got COVID, that's died from it, or is being tested for it. I actually know 2 people that are being tested for it now. So weirdly enough. But with only, what, 50,000 cases now in the U.S.? No, it's like 500,000 or whatever the hell it is. 580,000, I think it was, as of today in the U.S. With that few of cases throughout the country, it's still statistically unlikely that anybody outside of New York knows anybody that has it. Of course, New York is the hotspot, but even still, with all the people in New York, it's still statistically unlikely that you know anybody that's got COVID. Statistically. Be some 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon separation shit. Yes. Collapsed overpass tunnel. This is the character that I made yesterday. I've only got about 3 hours into that game, but level 6 trying to take on Lonesome Road that's recommended for 25. But that's not what we're interested in. We want to play with Jessica, who's at level 34. Alright. So, as of right now, we are in the missile base. We just took out the 2 marked men in the women's barracks. And now we're going to go down the road and head for the car tunnel. We are actually right now not very far behind where I am in the other character. So. But we can do a few other things that that particular character can't. Because I was kind of exploring a little bit, obviously. First off, I figured out how to get up on the top of that building, and I found a couple other secret spots that I hadn't noticed before. So let's go take care of some of that. But yes, we're going to want to go up there too. And some of this stuff I'm actually discovering for the first time as I'm playing through this a few times. But we can come in here, find this easy locked ammo box. For some more ECP and get a level up. Some more energy weapon stuff. Welcome to level 35. I wonder if we'll be above level 50 by the time we get out of this and go back to the vanilla game. That'll be interesting to see. You know, let's just clear up lockpick. Because we are going to find some very hard locks coming up here in the near future. And some MREs. Yummy, yummy MREs. They don't tell you what flavor they are. What meals ready to eat they are. They just tell you they're MREs. I want to know these things. Now this is an almost impossible jump. Okay, I take that back. This is not an almost impossible jump. But if you can't make that jump, you can climb that stack of cars and get up into the same place. That's me. This is a nearly impossible jump. Makes jump. That one here I actually couldn't open in the other character because it's average and she's got 25 lockpick. And then we're gonna run up this pillar here. Nice and slow and easy. Go up here. There's actually something around the bottom layer too we gotta go and get. But if we come up here, we'll find another military crate with some 308 and a sniper rifle, which we're gonna sell because Christine's sniper rifle is much better. And now this is very easy. So you see down in the bottom right corner where it says force lock 100%. You can force any lock in the game if you're having trouble trying to pick it, but the percentage chance that's there is the chance that it'll open. Otherwise it'll freeze up forever and you'll never be able to get in that box again throughout the rest of the game. But this is a 100% chance it'll open if we force it because it's very easy. So rather than dicking around and wasting a bobby pin, we'll just force it. My uncle actually took a label maker on his toolbox, and he, you know, the old ribbon label makers, and he wrote out a label that said, if it doesn't fit, force it, and then if it broke, or if it breaks rather, it needed to be replaced anyway. So that is all good. We're going to go around the bottom layer here quick. And check this toolbox here for some more nails and some booze that we can sell to the commissary. Because for £1 we actually get a few caps for it. And we'll come down here. Now this particular bunker is sealed. Can't get into. It's just decoration. This bunker has a very hard lock door, which I cannot open because I only got to 99 on lockpick. But it has an open access terminal. That's weird. It's hard locked in the other game. Did I open that? I don't think I did. No, because I would not have left any of this behind. Some more 308. Some more energy weapon stuff. Some more 308. Scrap metal, scrap metal. A rocket. More rockets. I never use the rocket launcher because I suck with big weapons. But it's nice to know that if I wanted to, I could. And I have yet to find a Fat Man. If we really need to, we can go buy one from the gun runners, but yet to find one. Some more stuff for the nail gun. That's got a very hard lock, which we'll overcome with a magazine. Seems kind of wasteful. That dude. Legion cash. This is pre-war money. Duffel bag. With some 5 mil. That's going to come into play a little bit later here. Spoiler alert. Another breathing mask. I don't know if I ditched the other one of those I had or not. More food. We want it. You know, I actually read something that you're going to be short on ammo in this DLC unless you brought a whole bunch in. That was one of the things that they tried to use to discourage you from coming in at level 1, was the shortness of ammo. I haven't yet to find a point where I'm short on ammo. Let's grab a locksmith's reader. Riot gear. And shotgun. Yes. This is going to replace the shotgun that we have currently, the hunting shotgun. This is a 12 round, 12 gauge, semi-automatic, drum-fed shotgun. And it's an almost instant reload. So we can use some of those shotgun shells that we've had. In fact, first I want to see how this stacks up to my Desert Ranger stuff. 22 versus 20 for the same weight. And that has room to get fixed quite a bit as well, so... Okay, so yes, this currently is the superior armor. We're going to hold off on the hollow rifle. Yeah, we can use the hunting shotgun, and it takes forever to reload. It's got similar stats as far as damage goes, but it holds 5 rounds and it takes forever to reload. Or we can do this one that's got better stats to it and reloads in a second. We're going to start with 4-aught buckshot until I run out of it. I love this gun. I do. Base service gate key. That's where that is. Told me it was locked. Well, I think it was very hard locked, but it was locked with a lock that I couldn't open. Now I can. Ammunition. Run! Guessing that one's not going to blow up because it would have blown up when that one blew up. So we went into the women's armory, now we're going to go into the men's. Or the barracks, rather, not the armory. The AP usage on this shotgun is really low too, which is really nice. Because that means you can crank off a lot of shots in VATS. I know I used the marksman carbine a little bit, but I mean that's just a one-shotter at a time anyway. Hey look, Ron showed up. I think Wyatt took off, unfortunately. Hey, robot, why don't you hold some of this stuff? I think that'd be awesome if you did. Like that. Hang on to that for a little while. We're gonna use that. That I'm going to use. That I'm going to stash. Oh, where did I get the flare gun from? Must have missed that somewhere. I'm gonna stash all that too. This guy's got to be getting full somewhere along here. Why don't you hold on to that? I was putting my hens to bed when you were logging on. Well, you didn't miss much. We haven't gone too far yet. We're going to, though. I was saying in the beginning, I started playing this from level 1 just to see how brutal it actually was, and it's not bad. But I also remember how much I actually do love this DLC. It is amazing. Oh, that's right, there's a commissary in here, too. So we can actually get rid of some of this crap. Oh, we opened that one already. Hey look, MREs. Lots of MREs. And I can actually see what's in this one, too. Because I've got the lockpick skill to open it. Combat armor. And I can't use it. Alright, nothing good in here. I thought there was another one of those bastards laying around here. Or did I loot that fucker already? Take the teddy bear. Another marksman carbine. Yes, definitely will take some of that. Oh no, I haven't been through here yet because that is the other way in, and I do need to raid this one. I guess let's see what I can fix up. First is obviously going to be the marksman carbine. So let's take that. Of course, that combat armor isn't going to help me at all. We'll take that and see if we can fix that one up too. See if we can drop some of this crap at least. Actually, probably eat a little bit too. I also went for gas today. It's been 2 weeks since I filled my tank. Put in over 18 gallons. Why so little? 90.9 or 91 cents for 100% gas, no ethanol. Now, do you have a turbocharged vehicle that you would actually need to have premium, or? Because it's actually not good for your engine unless you're running forced air to run premium, unless your engine was specifically made for it. Oh, we won't be selling any of that. Let's see what I can get rid of, though. Get rid of the NCR cache. That flare gun is going to be a godsend later. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Hang on to that, and that, because I like the plasma defender. Actually, we'll use that sniper rifle to fix Christine's rifle too, so. Let's see, what else can we get rid of? There's some drugs. Some more drugs. I'll hold on to that because we've got a workbench coming up. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. If I could find a newer one cheap with all the extras, heated seat massage, I might trade out. And my dad's '01 dually has all the extras on it. But it doesn't run half the time. This is gonna hurt you more than it hurts me. See? Told you. Suppose I could turn some of that Legion money in, except I can make more shotgun shells out of it. I don't like all the extras, I'm not gonna lie. I've done all the maintenance myself on this one. Fuel pump, brakes, water pump, oil changes, spark plug, hoses, shocks, etc. Yeah, I don't like all the extras like you have on yours, I'm not gonna lie. I've got 2014 F-150 XLT, and it's got the XTR package, so I've got the upgraded stereo and all the chrome that the regular XLT wouldn't have had, but I mean, it's an XLT. I'm lucky I have a power seat. And I don't mind that. I don't know if I can hit him from here. I think I just wasted a bunch of ammo on that one. That's fine. I'll rush the fucker. I am not afraid of him. How about a shotgun to the face? Bitch. Oh, you got another plasma defender too. Hell yes. Yeah, watch the fuel pumps on those too, because they like to go out on those. It's a GM thing. They never quite got those right. Two things this one does not have is a DVD entertainment and sunroof. Other than that, has it all. Power windows. I changed the driver's seat after it failed. Yeah, I understand that. So I had, when I was poor, I had a 97 Monte Carlo, but it was the baseline one. So it didn't have a power seat. I mean, the Monte Carlo in 97 was the cat's ass of a car. Even the baseline one was the cat's ass. Mine had the 3.8 in it, but it didn't have the power seat in it. Still had the in-dash CD player. It was wood grain everywhere. Mine had forced air that was added on later, aftermarket. And it didn't have the rear disc brakes either, which I was very disappointed when I found out, because that was one of the advantages I thought I was going to get when my dad said that he had picked that one up for me. My dad found it and co-signed the loan on it for me because I was poor at the time. It was $3,000 and I didn't have $3,000 laying around. What's weird now is I could probably go out and buy a $3,000 car without thinking about it cash. But back then, when I was working the oil change pits, I couldn't have done that. But yeah, that's what I wanted to do, because all the hookups are there to do it. You don't even... The plug-in is actually sitting in there. They put the same wiring harness in both of them, so... It was literally plug and play to put the power seat in. From the Z34 model onto the LS model. See, I don't like Rock Auto, because they're really expensive at the end of it. Once you pay for shipping, it gets expensive, and you don't get it. You get it whenever they want you to get it. They don't give you any hurry on shipping unless you pay extra for it. I looked at the brakes. They were the brakes for my old truck, my 2011, all the way around, because I had 4 warped rotors by the end of it. I got brakes all the way around for my 2011. They cost me less, and I got them in 2 days because I bought them on Amazon. But they didn't cost me very much less. They would have cost me base price less, and it would have taken a week and a half to get from Rock Auto. But once the shipping was on, they cost more than the Amazon ones, and I got those in 2 days. Yeah, the brakes, it didn't pay for the shipping. Like I said, once, and I did use the discount code too. My brother got me a discount code for it, and yeah, it still wound up coming out just a little bit more. I like the idea, I really do, but especially for that truck, because I was still driving back and forth to Madison at the time too, so I was putting all my money into fuel, and I couldn't really afford to go out and spend the extra. So the cheapest I could get it was the best, and the brakes I got off Amazon were not bad. Cross drilled and slotted all the way around, ceramic pads all the way around, for less than the cheapest stuff that I got out of, or I saw in Rock Auto. So I wasn't too bad for that. I think for some other stuff I could probably do Rock Auto, and it'd probably be a little bit less, but I refuse to patronize Bezos. I think he's creepy. I am... What's the word for what I am? Oh yeah, cheap. I came to a decision early on in life when I realized that you can absolutely shop completely. You can shop based on your principles, and you can do it very effectively. And I am finding the fact that I'm spending a little bit more money because I don't shop at Walmart anymore, because I'm shopping my principles. But you would be surprised if you had to boycott everything that violated your beliefs, you would starve to death. Somewhere, everywhere, somebody's gonna do something that pisses you off. There's a reload bench, which means we're gonna get rid of some of this scrap metal, and we're gonna turn it into nails. Actually, I'm gonna turn about half of it into lead and half of it into nails, because we can actually do something with all this stuff here. So we'll do 16 into lead and 16 into nails. Is there a 5mm in here? Can I do something with that? I don't think I can. Maybe. 5mm. I need 5mm cases before I can do 5mm, I guess. So we'll get some of that. We'll mix up some of this hand load stuff. That'll be nice. Still plenty of lead though. Turn all missiles into rockets. Recycle the crap out of everything. Optimize everything. Optimize everything again. That's going to be that. See, and I'm one of those two. I'm a millennial, so for me, I like to, like, if I'll read on lunch break or something. I understand what you're saying with the books, but like I'll read on lunch break, and it just For me, it's not worth it to take a bunch of books to work so I can read. So, I mean, I've got my Kindle and it's right in my phone, so. And my phone's got a big enough screen that it's not hard to read at all either. I know when I'm at home and I read something, I'll usually use the tablet, but because I got the Note 10 instead of the S10 when I got my Samsung, it's definitely much easier to read on the go. And the screen on this thing is amazing too. I can see what's in this one too, because I've got the lockpick to do it. It's like a bunch of crap, to be honest. Hey Ron, you're a little bit older than me. So I've had this song stuck in my head, and I cannot think of the name of it. I think it's Grateful Dead. It's the song that's Riding That Train High on Cocaine. It's been stuck in my head since Friday, and I can't get it out. I was going to look it up earlier today, but I wound up getting busy with some stuff. Authority glasses. Hell, we'll take the outfits too. Look at that. Look at that. I'm trying to remember where I got that assault carbine. Oh, that's right. It was one of them in the marked men camp. Dropped it. So I may not get that this time. Which is lame. I like that gun. I've actually got some 5mm to use it with. Alright, now that they all know I'm here. Oh, really? Where are you going, buddy? Ow! you shooting at me? I've had it with you. I see you found a stim pack. Yes, I know I'm being heavily irradiated by the warhead that's sitting over there that we're about to blow up. And an anti-material rifle. It must be my birthday. Well, that one's full. That sucks. I only have the one of those, right? Sure do. Well, those have like no weight. That's lame. Let's find where this old commissary was. We gotta run back to the men's room for that. Riding that train, high on cocaine. God damn it, that song's still stuck in my head. We have got to run this thing out of caps. That'll be a good way to do it. I didn't want to drop that Bowie knife as it was, but, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. That should be it. Let's see what you have. You do have an anti-material rifle. Good. Good deal. The scout armor that I have is fully repaired. The super sledge is not. But I bet you it's about to be. That thing is 20 pounds? No wonder. Hey, look, I was right. Alright, so we can get rid of a few things at this point. The anti-material rifle we're going to hang on to. We're going to get a few of those. We'll probably get that one fully repaired up all the way, so... And this is me only selling the stuff that's fully repaired. Anything else I need to get rid out of here? I don't think so. Sell the pack of cigarettes, make Robert cry. You have a combat armor in there too, don't you? No, you don't. You're about to. Stash that back in there. And that. And that. And that if you can hold it too. And that's going to be about it. Oh, that's right, I have it stashed in the desk. Let's see what the repair interface looks like. Now my combat armor is nice and shiny and clean. Still has a 22 DT. That's got a 5 DT. Well, that's the door from that car I blew up. Alright. Now that we got all of the nasties cleared out of here, let's see what's in here. Just a book. Let's check the cellar that I found. Food. More food. Service rifle. Which means there were NCR down here at one point. It's quite the gruesome scene that we have down here. I'm not 100% sure what went on down here, but look at all the stuff. I have 2 service rifles now. What you killing? I didn't kill any of this, but mostly marked men for right now. If everything is laid out the same way it was in the other game that I'm playing of the same DLC, I'm about to go ahead and get ambushed by a lot of marked men. I am the bringer of death. Look at all that stuff. Most of which I'm not even going to use. Footage. Rockets. Never make the mistake of thinking they want you to go undersupplied here. Of course it did. Wait, I don't want duct tape. Oh, fuck it, I'll hold on to it. I do want that stash key, though. And more footage. So is Fallout a puzzle type game or is it FPS? It's more of an RPG, but they could when Bethesda took Fallout over, when they bought Fallout from Black Isle Studios, which turned into Obsidian, which is the main studio that made this particular game. When Bethesda bought it, though, it became a first-person shooter. It was a turn-based RPG when it was Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. So it was like more like a Final Fantasy type thing on the first one and the second one. But now it is a first-person shooter with it's got some puzzles to it, but for the most part it's a first-person shooter with an RPG element. Alright, time to blow up the warhead, though. Ow. That hurt. I think I have a doctor's bag. And food. Holy shit. I was at full health a moment ago. Oh, it's a good thing I have food. Well, weight on the MREs, because those have almost no weight. Note to self, don't stand that close to the warhead when it goes off. Because it'll hurt. Jake, I bet Ron would like to hear what kind of truck you have. Sounds like you guys have similar interests. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and get this drum-fed shotgun back in my hand. You know what? I'm going to wait and do this in the daylight. There's a bed back here. The avalanche. Yeah, you GM guys. Hey, cool, there's a knife back here. I didn't know that. Check that, right? Yeah, I did. Because I took the duct tape out of it I didn't want. Actually, you know what would be good for this right about now? Not that, because I must have it stored up in the missile base. Never mind. Was I not supposed to be ambushed already? I thought I was. Ulysses log started 418074 3. Okay, this is really weird. I thought I was supposed to get ambushed right here. Oh, I gotta blow that up first. Once again, do not stand close to the warhead when it goes off. I don't know why he just kind of froze up like that, but not gonna let that gift horse in the mouth either. What is 4 p.m.? I don't know, but we're about to find out. I used to be a real big Chevy guy. Then I grew up. They do have their perks. They are a lot easier to build, though. I'll give them that. Everything's so interchangeable in them. Look at all that stuff. Take some time to see if I can make some coin shot. Maybe a screw it here. So now I have to get 21 pounds down. That's going to be a good way to do it. I can tell you that. Actually, these are going to be 2. I know, I just went up weight, and now I got to try and get down some. But if I repair some of this down, then I can hand it back to the iBot. Yeah, I think he's pretty well full at that point. Alright, I suppose let's go get rid of some stuff. Let's go back to the missile base. .79 with a 383 stroker. Couldn't hit 70 miles an hour, but could climb a tree and low if needed. Torque for days. Yeah, that's what my 2011 was like too. But the trade-off now is my 2014 will get fuel economy. Another SMG. Not enough to make it full, but definitely enough to improve it. Start there. Let's see, what else can we get? Blade of the West. Still not all the way up to snuff. That'll be a pretty penny once we can. Get rid of the beer. And the drugs. That we're going to hold on to. Get rid of that. I don't know why I was stuck with Chevy. They sure don't seem to care about the customer. But there you have it. Yeah, like I say, a lot of the things with it is they're so interchangeable. Like, you can pick up pieces from one Chevrolet and use it in another one with absolutely no problem whatsoever. Yeah, that's going to be the other thing I want to do is get the red glare all the way upgraded. Like, I also want to have it. Now, they are not going to sell us any more armor. All right, what can I stash? See, arc welder, blade of the west, flamer, service rifle, beast helmet, patrol armor, trooper helmet, what do you have that I can stash? That I want you to keep handy. And that, because I can't get those anywhere else in the game. That I'm just going to fix up. Stay in there. You can go in there. You can go in there. Yeah, we'll throw that in there. actually going to throw that in there too, just for the hell of it. Free up some weight for the both of us. Alright. Back to the Lonesome Road. Where's this loading station? Oh no, I can't get in there. Appears to be right here. Found it. That's got a door that's all the way broken off. Ooh. Stuff. Once again, we go back into the original thing that I said at the beginning. I don't know where they were saying that it was going to be hard to keep loaded around here. Ooh. Stuff. Ulysses log. I'll have to listen to those at some point here. Can't quite reach that one, I guess. Mush well. Holy shit, there's more stuff. Ow. We won't make that mistake again. That fucking hurt. That's gonna fetch a pretty penny. Check that one, right? Yep. Anything good up here? Sure is. More nails and booze. At some point here, I think I'm actually going to have to use this nail gun. Alright, so there is another warhead. Before we do that, there's more stuff. There's always more stuff. I mean, look at all of it. It's just begging to be plucked. Actually, might have to take some time and go visit the workbench again before we go down into the car tunnel. No, I also just determined I have no idea where the rocket launcher is. And we are going to want that on the other side. Of that I can tell you. Let's go back to the missile base. See if I can find where I stashed that. Thought it was in here. It is not. I don't have it. Eddie doesn't have it. The commissary doesn't have it. Okay, this actually bothers me a little bit. Did I stash it all the way in the back here? So I could carry more weight? I lost my rocket launcher. I don't know how you lose a thing like that, but I lost my rocket launcher. which is actually lame because I was planning on using it. I didn't go up here, did I? I didn't think so. I thought I used it. I lost the rocket launcher. Oh, I think I know where it is. Found it. That's so cool. That's probably one of the best sequences of the game. What's up here? It's like a whole lot of nothing. Except stuff. All stuff that's going to be important to come up, too. Alright. Old world flag. Nothing up here except for a really nice crow's nest. Really want it. Oh, never mind. Stuff. Shoulder mounted machine gun. I think that's the other thing we can upgrade all the way. Takes 10mm though. That's surprising. Nothing else over here.
I don't believe it. Grant actually went to Colonel Autumn and got approval for her damned efficiency guidelines. All experiments will be carried out with the test subject fully active to reduce iteration time. It's barbaric. I've explained this to the Colonel. Just because the iBots don't have true AI doesn't mean they're just machines. I guess results are all that matter around here. Forget things like ethical procedures or humane treatment. I'm starting to have serious misgivings about leadership around here. At least I've got you to talk to, huh, Eddie?
Willie was really protective of his iBots, huh? I can't believe they'd approve that. I've met enough robots to know they're more than just machines. I can see why you left that place then. Hope those bastards got what was coming to them. Let's press on. We've got a lot of ground to cover. And I want something with a bit more of a kick. Normally seeing that would frighten the crap out of everybody, but that was a cutscene. You have found a flashbang grenade. Flashbangs are special grenades that deal fatigue damage, reduce enemy weapon skills, have a chance to frenzy tunnelers. That's the only way I want to find a Deathclaw right now, is already deceased. Unfortunately, we are not going to have that option for very much longer. Alright, how about you gotta hold some of this stuff? I just freed up a bunch of space for you too, so hold on to some of this. Why don't you hang on to this? And that for right now. And that. And that. Grab a few more of those because we're going to want them. Trust me when I tell you there are going to be more. Yes, please. Pretty positive I missed that before. Come on. Hell yes. Missed that one before too. That one is all burnt out. I'm actually going to switch to that. I might have a Sunset Sarsaparilla party in here. Then it appears that he passed away. Holy shit, I'm gonna die. How many more of those do I have? Oh, I got a whole bunch. Those are all broken shipping crates. Ah, super hand load. That's what it is. High road, half a mile. See, I don't know right now if this is just from the the boxes or barrels of chemicals that are around here that I'm getting radiation, or if there is supposed to be one of these warheads down in here. There are supposed to be 30. I know the first playthrough I did of this, I didn't find all of them. I think it's just the barrels of chemicals. But hey, as long as we're here. Atomic cocktail. Those are always valuable. And all you have left is some burnt up books.
You killing the bear wouldn't prove easy. You and your machine, you survived. There's a lesson here in the divide. Old world history about paving and intentions could teach the Republic a thing or two, if they listened. They have an idea of trying to do what's right, never quite getting there. Maybe you've seen it. Nipton, elsewhere.
You've got a better way?
Yes, and any courier could tell you the same. See it everywhere. The bear. Bear's too busy carving up the Mojave with knives, roads, borders, and how things should be, to see how it is. They're stretched thin, can't protect their front lines, their towns. Think paper's power, radio means control. All of it useless. No matter now, Bear couldn't hold the divide. You and that machine are all that remains of NCR here. Rest fell to radiation, fire, and what burrows below.
What burrows below? Oh, let's do the speech check one. Those soldiers in Hopeville were once NCR. I'm sure of it. Why were they with the Legion?
You see, true. Not scavengers. It's what they wore. Before this all happened. Pain makes for strange allies. The hate the bear and bull shared across the battlefield now turned against the divide. Few survived. Intact. Many NCR were already here when the destruction happened, keeping the route east open in fear of Caesar, fear of the Legion.
NCR would have needed this supply line open to reinforce the Mojave and Hoover Dam.
The dam, that old world wall. The bear, NCR, couldn't be allowed to reach it easily. Long 15, Cayman, both bad enough. Kimball, Kaiser, House. You'd think their whole world was that wall, cutting the Colorado. If I'd never laid eyes on it, never spoke of it. But once found, it was all Kaiser could see. That, and the flag beyond it, another symbol, big enough to challenge him.
I might have to
And
be.
the divide, one of the roads to it. Legion was tasked with cutting that artery. If you can't kill the bear in one stroke, bleed it, starve it. That kind of murder. It's
This
what
dude
any
does love
of
to
the
talk.
Legion would have done. Now, the divide belongs to history.
What were those creatures in the underpass?
Tunnelers. Predators that make their own roads beneath the ground here. Divide broke their sky, showed them the world above, and the scent of new prey. Be a slower death for the Mojave than bombs and fire, but they'll come for its people, from where they least expect, below.
Radiation from the war might have created them. Then detonations quaked caused them to surface.
Makes sense. Truth favors that. Matches the history of this place. Were signs they were here for a long time. Before marked men. Before what happened to the divide cracked their sky. If so, they were buried deep. Might have been born the day America's embers started to settle. Seen worse things twisted by radiation.
When you say slower death for the Mojave, you mean they're spreading out from the divide.
Death will come from below. In the divide, need to watch the sky and the ground. Mojave will be easy prey for them. They'll start emerging throughout the Mojave in time. Might be years, probably less. They breed fast, hunting groups, more than enough to bring down the strongest in the Mojave, once they draw blood. Seen them tear apart Deathclaws. Deathclaw might get some, but the rest will swarm it, tear it apart, like Denver hounds.
You've been to Denver? That's Legion territory.
Mojave and the Divide are the only places I've walked. Walked the east, too, before the bull came. Then, much like Mojave before the bear, tribes, towns, clutching to life. Bull did a better job.
Those marked men in Hopeville, some of them had strange masks and blades I've never seen before.
They bear false versions of Legate Benuse's mask, the one Caesar fashioned for him. Thought it was an insult at first. No better now. It's shaped from divide metal, not with care and strength, but with hate. Keeps them anchored. Crude, effective, like the blades they carry. Distant mirrors of their legate, a symbol they can hold on to, while the divide tears at them.
Other marked men had NCR gear and they weren't carrying masks or blades.
For the two-headed bear, NCR, they don't have symbols in the same way Legion does. They revere their mines and explosives, guns.
Yeah, the next speech
That
check I gotta
is
take a
their
break and
religion.
leak.
Death from afar. Take pride in it.
Alright. Right back. You hear that? I had another COVID cough. I found some recordings from you in Hopeville.
The tapes. Didn't think those would be found. You know the divide better than I thought. Had tech from the big empty. Recorder a woman gave me. Didn't survive the road. On its last legs. Cast it and the tapes aside. Weren't worth the words anyway. Not like I'd forget what happened. If you heard them. Nothing but ramblings. Reminders for a man who doesn't need them. Probably more lying from here to the divide.
You wouldn't have recorded those messages if they didn't matter to you.
Maybe not. Who's to say? You, perhaps, found them, heard them after I cast them aside. Maybe there was purpose in that. If they matter. If history matters. see at the end of the road.
If this is the high road, where does it lead?
At the end of the high road lies Ashton, its silo. That machine with you, it can open it, wake it up, like it did the one in Hopeville.
When we first spoke in Hopeville, you mentioned you'd sworn not to kill me. Why?
You know the why of it. If you don't, I do. And that's enough. Shows trust only walks so far west. Earned more than that, though, getting this far. We walk the same road, carry the same colors. Can't break that by making the road red. Want more than that? Walk the divide. Answers will come. Closer you get to home. You and that machine.
The road leads nowhere. There's nothing in the divide.
Many in the Mojave think the divide's nothing but canyon and storm. Wasn't always. There was life. A town farther west. Not talking about an old world town like Hopeville. More recent. Something you saw in your lifetime. It had the name, the divide, too. But rather than cracks in the earth, it was a road from the west into the Mojave, a supply line. Took a courier to make that road. You. Back then, you saw the road with eyes facing east. This time, the divide's in the other direction. And if your eyes try to make sense of it when you reach it, home's not what it was.
What makes you think this leads home?
All roads lead back to one's home. Not your birthplace, maybe, but home. Home isn't where you were born into this world. You taught me that. Part of your message, whether you meant it or not, can be a place of mind, a moment where you know who you are, the history of it, and they can be places you breathe life into. Never would have known the divide had it not been for you. The road you made with your tracks again and again. You were the only one willing to make the journey to and from here. A hard road. Kept the land before the divide alive through seasons, storms. Can't have been just a job. Was something more to you. Don't feel for a place that hard unless it's home.
I've walked a lot of hard roads, Mojavean before. Doesn't mean anything.
It means everything. Even if you deny it, cast it aside, that speaks to what you are, proves what happened here. It was you walking that road that kept the divide alive. It grew from what you did. Settlers, camps, filling that old world city. Chance for a new mission, new beginning, new way of thinking. Could have breathed new life into the Mojave, bridging east, west, like Hoover Dam. But not old world. Something you made. Road was a supply line.
You're still making assumptions about all this.
No, recounting history. NCR saw the worth in that road you made. Staked a claim, whether it was wanted there or not. True elsewhere in the Mojave. And where the
Redneck
bear
Star
tries to
Wars,
cling to
welcome on in.
life, the Legion comes, bearing messages. Some brought by blade, others by couriers. You knew what was coming, as sure as I know what's coming for you. This time you carry the burden. Walk west into the sun and keep walking until it dies.
Yeah, this dude's kind of long-winded. And if I remember correctly, we're going to want to switch out to this. Okay, I was wrong. Ooh, Bitcoins. This is New Vegas. We're doing Lonesome Road, the DLC right now. And we'll have a commissary right here. But let's first see what it is that we can repair up. Alright, what is weighing me down here? Oh, I bet you I know. Taller heights. 10 of them. Well, that I guess isn't going to be too much, but... Let's see... That's an impressive multi-tool suite you've got there. I bet you it could make all sorts of stuff. Is that an Armco portable reloading bench built into you? That'll be handy. If I switch to the 3/8 wrench and the smaller drill, these weapon repairs would be easier. If you drop the power output by 0.24, you'll be able to make more energy ammo with no quality loss. Sweet. access your multi-tool. I want to make something. I think the rest of this I'm going to wait. See what I can get rid of. I guess before I go too nuts here, let's see what I can get rid of. Those I know I'm not going to use. I closed the gap in a hurry. Yeah, we're starting to get to that point on stim packs too, where we don't really need all that many. See what else can we get? And I still have not seen the assault carbine in here, so we're going to hold off on that 5 mil. Take all those though. We're going to call it at that before I'm too broke. We got two of them at peak now. And let's see, what else is there? Another flare gun. Yeah, let's make sure not to fall off over there. Or there, that looks like that could hurt too. I was gonna see what I was using for ammo too, wasn't I? Alright, that's my hand loader. Oh, I know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he took quite a hit of damage when that thing went off. Yes, please, I will take the money and run. Ammunition. brick. Alright, so on a low DT, on a low repair I should say, the Desert Ranger is at 22 at high, and the riot gear on low is at 20, so that actually, and it weighs less, so that actually might, and it's got sneak sight, which I don't necessarily need, but helps. That might become the new armor at this point, but we'll have to see. Oh, that's right. Okay, I'd really love to know where my iBot is, because I really need him to hold some of this crap. Eddie, you suck. I'm gonna fall and it's gonna hurt. Yes, you miserable son of a bitch. Lost internet connection, and now my keyboard is mutinous. Are you nodding? I'm not nodding yet, but I do think that it's going to be getting to be about that time. I didn't sleep for crap last night. So I am not going to be much longer for the waking world. That I can tell you. So there is something on the other side of that building. First thing we're going to do is see if that'll reach. I don't think it will. It reached. There's one. All right. So this is going to be about that point that I kind of wish that I'd had that rocket launcher. You know what else I could do? Oh, it's all the way full. Take that. Now the only problem I have is that if I remember correctly, as soon as I step into this camper, it sets off a bully trigger that grabs the other one. If I remember correctly. Wait, I want the sexy sleepwear too. Oh shit. These things are the bane of the existence of any Fallout player. The other one is behind that trailer right there. taking his ass from a distance. It's difficult, but doable. Right there you are. Couldn't exactly one-shot it, but... I really should hotkey these weapons at some point, too. Woodchuck, this is Fallout New Vegas in the Lonesome Road DLC. That was the one that I did one shot. Please be deceased after this. Thank you. Got a feeling that the reload bench is going to become my new friend after this. Let's do this. Look at all these magazines that I'm not going to use. And a combat helmet. And ammo. More ammo that you can shake a fucking stick at. We are down. Let's use that. That'll free up 2 pounds on us. We're down quite a bit of HP, so let's go ahead and throw that one in there so it's out of there. Come on, I realize I've got really good perception, but show up for me, will you? Yes, shoot through the military truck.
All due respect, sir, I think you're making a mistake. We're close to a breakthrough with the Duraframe iBots. I can feel it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I understand that we need the Duraframe assets for Hellfire armor, but... No, sir. Yes, sir. I understand, sir. I'll tell the team to start disassembling the ED series prototypes right away. Eddie, you little rascal, were you eavesdropping again? I think those videos you watch are a bad influence on you. How much of that did you hear? Didn't Dr. Grant say she'd upgraded your navigational systems? And I think I have an idea. How'd you like to be just like Ralphie?
Sounds like Dr. Whitley was a bit of a rogue element. Do you record everything that's said around you? Really? Well, I better be careful what I say to you, huh? No, Eddie, I don't want you. I don't want to hear recordings of human mating calls. That's just wrong. Let's get going. So, we are reaching the end of this portion of the road. Down there is a mini-mart that we can explore, but we will get ambushed by tunnelers as soon as we do. So, I'm thinking right now that we waste this last Deathclaw. Something you never expect to hear a Fallout player say. And then... Leadline metal box. Stim packs. Holy shit. Stuff. We waste this last Deathclaw and go and reload and I think call it for the night. There he is. Whoa! Shit, he's right there. Okay. Let's get a bigger gun. Now he has no more. Alright, what kicked me over? Well, that's going to be a part. Ooh, those are valuable too. But those kicked me over a little bit. I think I'm going to make some coin shot. Especially, I'm guessing that I've dug up quite a collection of shells since I started using the riot shotgun. Okay, you can still hold some stuff. So why don't you do that? I don't need you to hold much. Why don't you take that? And that might be it. Okay, so the map marker's down there, so we're not going to go the rest of the way down here. We are going to do... We'll go to there. Because that'll be the closest spot for us to start. That is going to be the building where we're going to get our asses ripped by tunnelers. That's the word I was looking for. Oh, I'm going to come down here. Make sure that I'm the only one here first. Because these guys will respawn, so one time you're going to come back here, you're going to get overrun by them again. I haven't hardly used any energy weapons this time through, which is amazing because usually I'm an energy weapon addict. I don't only catch you live when you're gaming. I don't game, dude. But I'm still here supporting and showing you because I love... just because. Well, I do thank you for coming there. My schedule's easy. I actually do early morning streams every morning at 8 o'clock Central Time. I'm trying to get back to 7 again because that's what I did before the Daylight Savings Time thing, but my body just hasn't reacted to it. That's going to be at 8 o'clock in the morning Central Time. Otherwise, my regular... non-gaming stream is Monday at 6:30, and that's when I have a guest on, so you can always come over and check. But thank you again for coming by and giving me the view. That's awesome of you. Coin shot, so we can use some of these Legion coins to make shotgun shells. Not very many, but we can. Should be using more of these too, because I have them. Now, let's see, what am I missing for any of the rest of these? I got plenty of lead. So those I'm out of casings. Those I'm on a powder pistol. Okay, for the most of this is going to be I'm out of pistol powder. Which we got a whole bunch of that, so I'm not complaining about anything at all. We'll have to get some more of that at some point. Yeah, no, news and commentary is going to be really suppressed. That I can understand. Talk shows, podcasts, and news and commentary are going to get suppressed. And the algorithm knows I'm playing a video game, so they'll definitely show that. But yeah, those are going to be the best times. 8 o'clock every morning. And I don't read the live chat out loud during Contemporary in the morning. But I do read it. I go back afterwards and read it, and I shout out everybody out. Sorry, using voice commands. Please try to figure out between words and chat. Alright. So I am out of pistol powder. Man, with all those cherry bombs I've been selling, I could possibly make some rocket stuff too. Because there are conductors laying around all over the place too. Not that I've used the red glare and I could actually use any of it, but... because I've got enough primers for it. Alright, let's go up to my home base and figure out what we can sell and get the crap out of here. I'm waiting for the time I come up here and these bastards have respawned. Because I know it's going to happen. Where the fuck are you going? Oh, you're coming around. I was gonna say, did one of these bastards respawn? I'm gonna come in here and one of these bastards are gonna respawn. Let's get everything out of here. Holy shit, that's a lot of overweight. But it'll give us the chance. I think I'm going to drop one of those, though. Just for the money. Hope you all have a good night. God bless you and stay virus free. Well, I actually hope I get the virus because then I can get the immunity and get on with my life without being afraid anymore. Because they want us to be afraid. They sure do. Hey, cool, there's something else I can sell. Yeah, I'm getting there. Oh, neat, there's something else I can sell. So I can use the scout armor to repair the tribal armor. But I can't use anything else to repair the scout armor. Got it. Very afraid. I'll show you what I'm afraid of. Actually isn't all that much. Okay, so this is DT21, and I got it actually all filled out too. DT21 at 25. Versus DT22 at 30. This ups my endurance though, and I like that. And my perception +2. This does not. So this has better perks even though it's got a slightly lower DT. And 5 less pounds. I think we are going to switch to this riot gear. probably going to sell this one off, which is fine. It was a good run. And we're going to stash anything else we can in here for now. I'm going to stash that one, I think. That one. Keep that one, because that's a good weapon. This little sidearm. That we're still trying to repair. That we're still trying to repair. That we're still trying to repair. That we're going to keep. That I'm going to hold on to just to see if I can mod it up. See how bad it gets. And that's another one of those things too, or this is the only place in the game that you can get it. So it was like the canine gun, the 9000 one that we got off Old World Blues. It's not really useful, but it's fun to say that you got it. In fact, I think I am gonna drop that one. That we'll see if we can fix up the rest of the way. That and that. And that. And that. We'll just see if we can fix all that up the rest of the way. Now for this. The authority glasses. We'll put in. That we'll put in. Those we're gonna sell. I don't want to, but it's time. Although it appears what we are going to lose in weight from the riot gear, we're going to gain from the riot gear helmet, because the combat helmet is weightless according to this, which is surprising. But the riot gear helmet is 6 pounds. So we lost 5 pounds on the armor, but we gained 6 pounds on the helmet, but that's fine. Put that there and see if we can fix it. That. And that. And that. And that. That one's getting sold. Well, that actually brought us way down in weight. Alright, let's go break the commissary. We'll break the commissary and we'll call it a night. Spend some time in the auto dock too. Alright, I said we were going to drop one of those. Oh, they restocked again already. If I remember correctly, it won't trip that close. That it might. Yep, it will. Let's see, what else don't we need? No, I don't use that mid-combat, so we'll just get rid of those. If I did more upping my stats mid-combat, that would be a thing, but I don't do enough of that, so we'll just drop those. We'll get rid of the drugs. Same with the Anarchist Cookbook. You know what really fucking blows my mind? In 90 minutes last night, we had 6 drops of the internet. As far as I know, I haven't dropped the internet at all tonight. And my monitors can confirm that. Look at all those caps. I have nothing that fires ECP while I do the arc welder, but I'm not using it. But I just keep buying the stuff. I could grab one of those at this point too. Yeah, these are all the shoulder mounted machine gun mods that we have here. You know what? It might even be time to go and grab one. So we'll start with that one. Acquire all the Divide's signature weapons. Okay, so there's a perk for that, so I guess we are going to see if we can find the rest of that shoulder-mounted machine gun. I should probably see if I can buy that back, because I don't know if I'm going to get enough of them for the rest of the game. We'll go visit the auto dock. Now our radiation is back to 0. All our limbs are back healed, and we're back at full health, which we were at full health already, but now we don't have to worry about that pesky limb damage. And when we come back the next time, first we're gonna check out this fancy riot gear. The next upgrade from the Desert Ranger combat armor with the nice duster on it and everything. And yet there is one more that's going to be coming off from this. But what's cool about this armor is that when you go into sneak mode, it gives you a sort of a night vision focus. It's not as good as the one in the LAPD riot armor, which comes later on in the DLC. And then once you get back up, it switches you back. So, that is going to be that. And we're going to hard save here. And we're going to call it a night. And that is going to be that. So one day I promise you I'm going to go back and get my globe back, because I really like having it there. But we are going to call it a night tonight, and we will be back bright and early tomorrow morning for more contemporary. We've already got some good news stories coming up in there. I know I loaded up the Discord with some stuff, so we're going to be looking into that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Gretchen Whitmer is continuing to piss people off as much as she can, and it looks like she's going to get protested. That's going to be a lot of fun. Nobody knows what to do about Trump, and of course everybody who isn't a Trumper, or everybody who isn't a Democrat is a Trumper if you go onto Twitter. So we'll talk a bit about that as well. There's plenty of other stuff to go on to. We're going to have a nice long show, and that is going to be that. And I do thank everybody who came by and chatted this morning, everybody who came in and chatted with us tonight. Ron Helton, Jersey, Linda, Woodchuck popping in here. Who else was in here? Ragnag Star Wars. Thanks for popping in here. Jake from Freedom Scoop coming in and talking about Chevrolets. And White from Roundtable Decision coming in, checking us out. Everybody who comes in and checks out this channel makes this channel great. So I'm going to call it at that. I want to thank everybody once again for coming in, and we will see you in the morning. Until then,